Before we get into that conversation, and we did promise you that we will be crossing over to our good friends from Star FM out in the capital city of Zimbabwe. The Drive Time team there. It's a team duo of KVG alongside Mr. Dobbie. But before we get into that conversation, let me just...
All right, so that's coming up in a little bit.
3 to 6 Express on Star FM.
And power to engage your world. Star FM, are you there?
Gabs FM, are you there?
Hey, shut up, man. You know, I almost asked you guys a really silly question, like, what time is it in Zim? And I remember where we were.
Come on.
Fantastic stuff. Joining us on the line this afternoon is the voice of KVG and Mr. Dobbie. You guys are the Drive Time hosts of what's the name of your show, guys?
It's called the 326 Express. Shout out to you, El Padrino. So we're just talking about this with Mr. Dobbie to say that your name sounds like you're a leader of a gang.
Like a mafia or something. Like El Padrino.
If you knew that, I'm just a church boy. Eh?
Oh, no. You disappoint us, man. We're looking for a gun-wielding El Padrino. Give us the money now.
Yeah. Sometimes they call me the bad boy sweetheart, but that's a typical one.
Bad boy sweetheart. That's a good one.
Nobody calls us the bad boy sweetheart. It's all in his mind.
Oh.
And I'd like to believe that you've got Kaygoof with you as well.
Yes. My name is Kaygoof, and of course we are also joined in the studio by the lovely Nelskilo Abube. She handles our sports. So all three of us are really, really excited to have you guys on the line from neighboring Zimbabwe, all the way from H-Town, as it's so affectionately known.
Yeah. Now listen, it's also exciting for us to be in your space. We decided to do this as we are, counting down the hours. We're getting into Africa Day tomorrow, so why not connect with the biggest radio station in Botswana? So tell us, I've never been to Botswana, but it'll be nice to just get to find out from you some of the places of interest. If I'm to come to Botswana, where are you guys taking us?
Okay, fantastic stuff. Well, to begin with, we are broadcasting from the capital city, which is Gaborone. For the first person that's here for the first time, El Padrino, where would you want to go for the first time? If you had never been to Gabs, where would you take a person who's from neighboring Zim? Where would you guys take?
No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. But first we need to do some language exchange. When you say hello, as you enter the beautiful country of Botswana, you say Dumela.
Dumelang.
Dumelang.
Yes. No.
All right.
So that's the first thing that we need to do.
Okay.
Learn how to greet the people.
Yeah.
So that's how you say Dumelang.
Yeah.
So maybe when you go to Zimbabwe, what's the first language? What's the first thing? How do you greet the local?
In Zimbabwe, we're pretty casual. We've got a casual approach to things. So I think we can teach you how to say Dobbie.
Dobbie somewhere.
Come on now. You're sounding like you come from Bari now.
I'm there from Mashonaland. And fantastic stuff. Now, so if the first time here, I think one of the things that I'd really like to do, I don't know about what the culture is in terms of going out, but if you're boarding on a budget in the capital city of Gabs, which a lot of us are, after work, 3 to 6 is what you guys' timeline looks like. So 6 o'clock, you usually go to like a local watery, somewhere like a place called .com. It's a firm favorite. Don't ask me why they call it .com, but it's what it's referred to by the locals. And then, maybe a little bit later on, we could try some, I feel like you can't come to Botswana and not leave without having the Siswa. Like, Siswa is like our national, when it comes to meat, we're known for our beef, but Siswa is really the cream of the crop.
And I have to tell Mr. Dobbie that you'll be the one who would like .com, because .com is famous. That's where gentlemen need to discuss issues. You will find a whole lot of gentlemen, they advising each other. It's like a men's cave of some sort.
No, that's a cool space, man. I really would love to come through the .com, yeah?
Yeah, now we should talk to our employers actually about making this happen in terms of this exchange. Now, talk to me about H-Town. If a person is first time visiting, where am I going?
I would tell you that you need to be very careful on the time of the month that you're choosing, because especially if you're someone who is interested in ladies, because Zimbabwe, although this is not on record, Zimbabwe has the highest number of female astronauts. Like they go to the moon in different times of the year, you know. So you need to be careful what time you come, because
I feel like that's code for something. It is.
But well, if you come the right time, they usually hang out at a place called Mashkwede, and there is what is called China Chemadzemai, that's Shona for Ladies Thursdays.
Woo!
It's an amazing space there, and crazy things happen. But if you're a chilled person and you want really your cool space and everything, there are also a kind of cool spaces like the Gem Tree in Vinona and places like that. So you chill and you're having your beers and we're talking as men. But if you want the loud spaces and the ghetto spaces, then China Chemadzemai, the Ladies Thursdays is your place.
And I'm sure you can also just, get to experience, the vibe of Zimbabwean music. So right now, Zimbabwe is really vibing to John Fraser, who is, a national treasure. He dropped 2 albums, so he decided to just go for a double album, and it's doing very, very well. And maybe when you come through, we will take you to all these places that we're talking about. But maybe just to pick up also the vibe in Botswana right now, artists that are kicking, what vibe are you listening to at the moment?
At the moment, there is, we do have Samantha Mokwe. She's very hot and happy. And also we have William Last. I'm sure everyone in the African continent does know who William Last, KRM, is. If you don't know him, he's also a favorite there on TikTok. His videos do get a whole lot of million views, as well as ATI. ATI is one local rapper who just keeps on bringing hit after hit. I don't know who I've left again.
We have the likes of Hansi and Khoisan, who were recently in Zimbabwe for the Vic Falls Carnival. They did quite well for themselves. So there's really quite a lot. And hey, man, give us a shout for collaborations. Intercultural relationships can also go far.
Relationships. Listen to this one. She's trying to find someone.
One from Mutare would work.
Apparently, Mr. Dobbie, Zimbabwean men are very romantic. So our ladies decide to love them. Maybe you can give us a 2 tips.
That's a real thing. Like the chicks decide to love guys from Zimbabwe. That's a real thing.
You think we are a star thing there, men from Zimbabwe?
No, it's a real thing. The women here guys from Zimbabwe. There's a good Zimbabwe population in BW. So these guys are killing us. They're young, a lot of Wolajans.
Well, I think it looks like Zimbabwean men are doing the most outside of Zimbabwe, because we are suffering here, my guy.
KVG is single out here, and I'm wondering what Zimbabwean men are doing out there when KVG is single.
Wow.
Fantastic stuff. I wish we could talk to you guys all the way until 6 p.m., but unfortunately we both do have clocks to keep to. So just so our listeners know, where can we find you guys on social media? If you would just like to put a face to the voice, where can we find you guys both?
Well, thank you so much, El Padrino, Kago, and the beautiful lady in studio as well. You can connect with me at KVG Royalty. That's across all social media platforms. And don't forget to check out the big one at Star FM Zimbabwe.
You can also check out Mr. Dobbie on Ndini Babavako. That's a difficult one there, but I will let you know how to spell it out.
Great, well, I'm gonna hold my breath while you do that.
And we would like to get in touch with you two guys on the socials. So how can we do that?
Right, you can find me on Twitter at callmekaygo on Twitter. El Padrino, where can they find you?
On Facebook is El Padrino BW, as well as on Instagram El Padrino BW.
And for me, all social media handles, it's now Skillo Abo, the Boss MC.
The Boss MC. Shout out to you, Ma.
Thank you so much. Have yourself a great one, and happy Africa Day in advance, yeah?
Happy Africa Day to you too.